planning issues, proposed plan developments, proposed major modifications to zoning, zoning changes. Those kind of topics bore the heck out of a lot of people, and I know what they mean. But the applications before the land use control boards are really, in a way, like little crystal balls, in that they can show you what the future is going to look like as you ride up and down Memphis and Shelby County streets. This month's batch of new applications before the Land Use Control Board are no different. So let's take a ride, and I'll show you what I mean. We're now in Midtown on North Tucker, across Poplar from Overton Park, where Memphis College of Art is headquartered. For years, Memphis College of Art has expanded south across Poplar with art studios and other functions, and buying houses on North Tucker for student residences. Now the college is asking the city to rezone a few of its houses that it owns to create studio space here. So zoning from multifamily to college master plan to allow art studio space. We're now approaching the intersection of Danny Thomas Overpass and St. Jude Place on the eastern edge of St. Jude. Alsac St. Jude has recently purchased 4 acres from the city of Memphis, few buildings, 4 acres, and it plans to put a data center, build a new data center, and use an existing building here for storage and office space. The request before the Land Use Control Board is to rezone this from high-density residential to urban light industrial. Okay, we're now at 4010 Jackson, where the Las Vegas owner of 27 acres here wants to have a major modification approved to allow the Jackson Avenue open air market. The application says that the land is being used that way now. Okay, now we're headed south on New Island. To the right you see the huge Nike distribution center in the North Ridge Industrial Park. To the left you see woods, undeveloped. Same way on the other side down south of Frayser Boulevard and New Island intersection. 3 of the quadrants of that intersection are undeveloped. Bells and Besco would like to change that. It is applied for rezoning. That area now is zoned for several residential and commercial mixed use uses, and Bells would like to have it rezoned to employment zoning, telling the Land Use Control Board in its application that the rezoning would give it flexibility to recruit more businesses, to create jobs and economic development. Put that way, it might be hard for the Land Use Control Board to say no. Okay, now we're headed south on Germantown Parkway. We are on the right side or west side of this parkway is the Agri Center. On the east side over here is 4 acres, vacant acres now, where there's an application to change the zoning to service commercial and for a hotel. The proposal is to build about a 112 room hotel here. The applicant commits to developing it so that all the activities, the light, the traffic are on this side of the property and not on the east side where there is residences. Okay, now we're at the Lexus of Memphis dealership at Ridgeway and Bill Morris Parkway, and we're looking at the sign. And the reason we're looking at the sign is Lexus wants to replace it, update it to the national Lexus standard, and also to raise the height from the existing 35 feet to 50 feet. And there's an interesting reason also that it gives in its application, and I'll quote from the application to the Land Use Control Board. Quote, this is Lexus speaking. It should be noted that the Acura dealership, which is located across the street from Lexus, has a sign height of 50 feet. So there's a little, and there's the Acura. I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but it's the other side of Ridgeway, also next to Bill Morris Parkway. So a little business competition also plays a factor in these land use control applications.